Hello?
Hi, this is Erica from Marion County 911. We just received a call from this phone number. Is everything all right?
My neighbor just threatened me. The kids have been out here all afternoon screaming their fool heads off. There's a no trespassing sign because I work from home, and these girls, it seems to be a daily occurrence. They love coming in front of the apartment with their dog, and they're trespassing. I asked them to leave, and they're calling me names. We've got some kids who are just trespassing. This little kid is trying to put a dog in my truck. I'm just done with this. You know, the incessant interruptions have to stop. I just can't take the children.
Lady across the street on the phone hit me with the sign.
And the kids are screaming and yelling. And so it's very hard for me.
And they're always walking the dog's always taking a crap. And poop on the sidewalk.
They're screaming, yelling. I don't get a break from the kids at all. I don't have children.
Okay.
That's not fair to me.
Yeah,
I
understand that.
Right to have peaceful and quiet enjoyment.
Welcome to the endlessly charming world of Susan Lawrence. Susan hates children. Susan hates dogs. Susan, frankly, hates anyone who dares exist within earshot of her rental unit. Now, to be clear, Susan doesn't live off the grid in a secluded cabin deep in the woods. She rents an apartment with neighbors. Most people understand that when you rent or even buy a home, you don't get to handpick who lives next door. But not Susan. She believes law enforcement should be at her beck and call anytime a dog barks, or a child laughs, or someone breathes a little too loud. Fair warning, Susan and her list of grievances will absolutely get on your nerves. But don't worry, we're not just giving her a platform to whine. We've got the neighbor's side of the story, and oh yeah, we've got murder.
Ocala sits in the northern part of Florida, less than a 90-minute drive equally from both Orlando and Tampa. It's known as the horse capital of the world, thanks to its many equestrian communities with amenities for not just the homeowners, but their pets too. But Ocala also has another unique claim to fame, its aviation neighborhoods. In fact, actor John Travolta owns a home in one of them. These fly-in communities feature private, paved runways near the residents' homes. It's a pretty remarkable setup, but our story doesn't take place in that part of Ocala. This story unfolds in a much more modest neighborhood, the kind of place most of us could actually afford to live. A quiet little community, shaded by mature trees, with the homes designed in the style of single-story concrete block buildings, typically divided into 2 or 4 units. Each unit is individually owned, though many are rented out as income properties. No second-floor neighbors stomping overhead. Sounds peaceful, right? Not if you ask Susan.
According to Susan, she had been living in apartment 3 of her building for 2 years when she began calling 911 with complaints of the children and loud noises around her home.
The earliest documented complaint we found from Susan was dated August 10th, 2022.
I don't want to hear these children. I've asked them, please, keep the kids away. There's other places they can play. They don't have to play here. They're screaming, yelling at me, telling the kids are not hurting anybody. The kids, they're not damaging anything. Well, they're damaging me because the migraines are so bad. Most days I could barely stand. It's horrible for me. I'm in pain. I don't want to hear the children. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but, it's not fun.
Okay. Well, have you talked to your landlord?
Yes. There's no trespassing sign.
A neighbor, AJ Owens, and her children lived just across the road from Susan's unit that entire time. We are not certain as to what changed after 2 years, but eventually all hell would break loose. Now, let me clear this up. AJ was not the only one who had children in this neighborhood. This was a community full of families. And what do normal children do when not in school? They all meet up with each other outside to play during the day.
This was a problem for 58-year-old Susan, who lived alone and worked from her home. We obtained the available 911 calls Susan made to give a clearer picture of her complaints between the fall of 2022 and the summer of 2023. For the sake of time, we have condensed these calls.
Hi, this is Erica Marion County 911. We just received a call from this phone number. Is everything all right?
My neighbor just threatened me.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
The kids are playing between the two houses. They don't even live here. And I put my truck there so I didn't have to listen to all the noise. As soon as I move in the truck, the kids start coming over on the property where we've asked them not to play. There was a no trespassing sign. The kids stole the no trespassing sign. And the kid gets in my face. I'm like, you're not supposed to be over here. He's like, shut up. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, don't talk to me that way. I said, have some respect. And the kid's like, I don't need respect. You're all alone. What do you care? I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And then his mother starts knocking on my door. Don't speak to my son like that. And I said, get off. You're trespassing. There is a no trespassing sign on my door. And she's like, if you ever speak to my son that way, I'm going to drag you out and beat you up. I didn't entertain her. You know, I showed her the no trespassing sign. I said, you need to get off my patio.
Hello. Hi, how are
Sheriff's office.
Hi.
What's going on this evening?
Lots of children screaming their full heads off, running around. I had my truck parked in front here, so I didn't have to listen to the screaming and yelling. As soon as I moved the truck, the kids are coming up. I'm like, guys, stop. They know they're not supposed to be over here. They've been told many times. They've previously stolen the trespassing sign. And the little kid tells me to shut up to my face. I said, don't be disrespectful to me. And we're just exchanging words back and forth. I'm like, listen, my name is Dr. Williams. Don't tell me to shut up. And he was calling me names. I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. I said, go wherever you live. All of a sudden, I hear knock. His mother comes over here. If you treat my son like that again, I'm going to rip your ass out and go beat you up. Excuse me? I don't bloody well think so. And I said, see that no trespassing sign? Get off my porch. And no, I'm not going to. I said, no, I'm calling the sheriff's department. I don't know who the hell she was, but
Do you know where she lives?
I guess somewhere in there.
Do you know what she looks like?
She was black, maybe 20s, 30s, but I'm not going to take this. I don't like this, you know. But I was like, they're screaming. I mean, screaming for hours.
I got you, but I need to know what she was wearing and a description so I can talk to her.
Unfortunately for me, I had my glasses off because I was decorating this little tree.
Okay.
So when I take these off, here's what I see. I see you and kind of blurry.
Okay.
And this light was off.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. You're going to be a prisoner in my own time.
I got you.
This is insanity. You know, the threats, I don't...
What's your first name? Oh, ma'am. Did anyone put hands on anybody? Did she touch you at all? Okay. Okay, so it was only words?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on, y'all? Y'all on school break yet?
Yeah.
When'd that start?
Like a week ago.
What?
Yeah.
I know some people aren't starting until tomorrow.
Guys,
Yeah.
step
Yeah, okay. So,
Now we're clear.
were you the guys that this lady was mad about?
Yes, and I just want to say that every time, like even
Hey,
if we're not.
hold on. Let's bring it down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Every
You're
time,
okay.
even if we're not on our property and we're just like being loud and playing basketball over there because there's a basketball
I
hoop,
got you.
like she just calls us names.
Okay.
Yeah, like literally, literally all the kids, because that's an open spot right there.
Yeah.
All that is not her property.
I got
The
you.
guy that I was just telling this officer right here, this guy has said numerous times, y'all come over here and play, because they all like to play football and stuff.
Okay.
So he's okay with it, and that's where they mainly are. They're more on his side.
What kind of names is she calling you guys?
Retards, the B word,
The B word.
the P word, everywhere in the book. Like one time the kids were playing right there, and it was his dad outside, and then she came
Your
out
dad?
yelling.
Cowboy?
my dad.
She came out yelling, and she was talking about a little girl getting raped and stuff. Like she's crazy. Like she'll come out just
Yeah,
yelling
she
about.
just says weird. Like I have said stuff to her before because one time I just happened to come outside and she was calling them retards, and I'm like, hey, like relax. I'm
Yeah.
like, these are kids here.
I got you. Where do you guys play basketball at? Where at? Oh, that one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be on her yard. We'd be like right over there.
Okay.
Right
Yeah,
over there.
mostly.
And you said you've talked to the property manager about being in that spot?
Ooh, right.
Yeah, we talked to that guy right there.
That guy?
Yeah, the guy that,
I asked him today, and he said, "Yeah, we can."
yeah,
play
he's
there.
always said that he'll even come outside and play football with the kids or play games with the kids, and he says it's fine.
Yesterday,
there was some cops over there, and like they were coming this way, and she said that one of us kids like we threatened her.
Yeah.
You called what?
That we threatened her.
Oh, you threatened her.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we didn't.
Okay. So I get it. Kids can be loud, okay? Right? Right? I'm down with it. I get it. But when it's close to someone's house, sure, it gets a little annoying sometimes. I won't lie, okay? But if you guys have permission to be over there, then, you know, I can't really get on you guys too much. But if someone's going on her property, which is just her porch, it's not okay. I'm not saying you did. She's claiming you did.
Yeah.
I wasn't here to see it, so I can't go one way or the other, all right?
Yeah, she did have like
she records us.
like on the
Yeah.
tree or whatever,
Okay.
but
So,
that's what finally.
and I want you guys to run around, hoot and holler all you can, because I'd rather see you guys outside playing than on them TikToks, all right? Right? So, hoot and holler all you want, but if someone asks you to quiet down, bring it down a notch, okay? At least,
Nicely. She come out there and she'll
for
be
sure,
like, hey, you
for sure.
retard, stop yelling.
Yeah, if she starts screaming at you guys, I want you to go tell an adult, okay? I don't want you to antagonize her, okay? Because what happens is when you guys antagonize her, she can make you guys look bad. And you guys are just out here playing, right? Okay. You guys understand everything? You kind of get where I'm coming from with that?
Yes.
I want to make you guys look like the good guys, okay? And I don't want her calling on you guys just for out here being hoodlums, you know? That's all any kid wants to be, is a hoodlum, right? 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 Okay. Alrighty. When do you guys go back to school? Alright, guys. I'm not going to harp on you. I want you guys to run around. Like I said, if she gets on y'all, just bring it down a notch, maybe move it somewhere else temporarily, okay? I'm not saying you can't play, but let's just keep her from bugging you guys, okay? Alrighty.
Thanks.
You're very welcome.
It is interesting to hear the information the deputies found after speaking with all parties.
This is what Mom said. Mom said that they were over here playing football. The old man, I guess, lives over here.
They said he comes out and plays with them.
Yeah, he has no problem with kids.
Yeah.
She's the only problem.
Yeah.
But essentially what happened was that her 9-year-old son and her older son were playing football together.
Mm-hmm.
And she came out, started mouthing off.
Yeah.
The 9-year-old mouthed back to her.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was
so
talking to him about.
The older son came and got Mom,
Yeah.
brought little brother home. Older brother told Mom, hey, yeah, he was mouthing off at her. So Mom grounded son.
Oh.
But
Okay.
Mom came back over here to try and resolve the issue. Well, she never opened up the door. She only talked to her through the screen door, first of all. So, never even opened up the door. But the 9-year-old said that with Mom, she stepped towards me. She walked towards me in an aggressive manner. I didn't know what she was going to do to me. I thought she might hurt me.
Yeah. From what they're
So-
saying, and that cry words and everything.
So Mom went over there and was like, listen, I don't know what happened. This is what my son said. I'm going to get your side of the story. And she's like, no, you're trespassing. Get the heck out of here. You and your bastard children, this, that, and the other. And she's like, okay, well, listen, if you don't want to resolve this next time, if you step towards my kids, you're going to have to deal with me. Is what Mom said to her.
Yeah.
Not any kind of, I'm going to snatch your ass and beat your ass.
They were saying they'll be outside playing. And I was like, I get it. You guys are loud. And they're like, yeah, sometimes we can. I'm like, and they're like, even sometimes we're not, we'll just be sitting there and she'll scream at us.
And that's what Mom said is she'll park her truck up there,
Yeah.
and then they'll be over here playing in the field and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she'll set off the car alarm for no reason. Or if nobody's even over there, or if the kids are just like hanging out over there in the open field, she'll just set the car alarm off. So she's just been
I should order some Poppets for New Year's and bring them back to them.
right.
Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you.
Yeah. Psycho.
Psychologists might frame Susan's behavior as passive-aggressive, someone who lashes out at children while being unable to engage in mature dialogue with adults, instead shifting responsibility to outside authorities.
On February 25th, 2023, Susan and Owens had a second confrontation, an incident that would become a key factor in what unfolded just 3 months later.
I'm sorry, my heart's thumping.
No, you're fine, just breathe.
I just didn't know she was going to actually get physical with me.
What the sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and that's not cool. You don't get physical. I mean, that's ridiculous.
She just threw it?
No, she whipped it at me.
Okay.
I mean, she hit me. Yes, I would like to press charges.
It's funny because I'm the one that never comes outside. and says anything to her. But my kids take the dog out. The other day she tells my son, I'm going to have you arrested and you're going to jail. He's 8, so he's terrified. He won't even walk the dog anymore. So I had my 11-year-old take the dog out now. So he's walking the dog on this side. Now you live on this side, okay? You don't want him over here, fine, but this is joint area. You can't tell them they can't walk him on this side. So he's walking the dog and he's all the way back towards the fence. I'm standing here on my phone. She comes outside to go to the car or something. She sees him. Oh, I told you I'm going to have you arrested. I'm going to have you arrested today. She has her phone out like she's taking this picture of it. Now he's trying to run back across the street. So I said, I'm sorry, what are you saying to me? And so I go over there. This is my private property. They can't have the dog over here. I told her, first of all, he's not on your property. He's on this side. You don't own it. And even if it was on this side, you don't own this either. You're renting this just like I rent over here, just like they rent over there. You don't own this. You can't tell them, technically, if they're not in your personal space, that they can't walk the dog or even throw their football over here. Got a little private property sign and she stuck it in there. So she has a sign and she's basically like ramming the sign in my face. And then when she went to pick it back up, I picked the sign up and I threw the sign. I literally picked the sign up, and as I walked off, I threw the sign. I said, I can go and buy a sign too. It still doesn't mean anything. At that point, I guess she's already on the phone, and I'm being attacked. Someone's attacking me. I'm literally in the street now, proceeding to come over here. Everybody's coming.
Where this happening?
Right over here behind the mailboxes.
Okay.
And she's always taking pictures of the kids. Oh, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to have you guys arrested. Always bagging the kids. I'm telling you, stay over there. Stay away from here.
Your baby's out here?
No, my kids are inside. They only come out to walk the dog. And maybe if we're home by daylight for them to play. Like I was going to let them play because they never get to play. Yeah, literally, I told him, I said, stay on this side, and he wasn't even lingering here. He was behind the building.
I just wouldn't even have him go over there since it's an issue every time.
Here it is.
I know, I'm sorry. It is what it is.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
No problem at all. I understand how you feel. Believe me, that's why I got a house.
Yeah, this is our last year.
I couldn't.
Prayerfully. This is it.
Hey, Miss Susan. So right now, I'm gonna issue a card to you.
Okay.
With the case number on it.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna write it up as a battery. Just no arrest can be made at this time.
Okay.
All right. But it has been known to her that this is your property, and for them not to come back on.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
What's her name so I can get a restraining order?
It'll be on the report.
Will it? Okay.
Yep.
So,
Like an active case.
The fact that I didn't actually get her throwing the sign at me.
Nobody actually saying that they saw it. No independent witnesses that are credible. So.
How convenient.
Unfortunately. I know. I'm sorry. I can't just go arresting people.
No, I understand. But they were all out here.
I know. I understand.
Yeah.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
I've got someone throwing stuff at my windows.
Oh, okay. And when did this happen?
Just now, someone's throwing stuff at my windows. All of a sudden, I hear stuff being thrown at my windows. I just got in.
And were any weapons involved? I'm sorry? I can't hear you. It's like you're breaking up. Were any weapons involved?
No.
And are you or anyone else in danger right now?
I don't know.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Well,
hello, this is 911. I received a call from this number. Is everything okay?
It's okay. The neighbors are just off the chain tonight. They're screaming, they're yelling, they're all outside. They're just, all the kids are just outside. Just asking them to be quiet like about 10 times, and they're just picking up the signs. They're trespassing. They won't be quiet.
Okay, when you're saying that they're screaming, like as in a dispute, or like just kids being loud?
Loud, screaming, go outside, they tell you to go fuck off.
Okay, so again, are they arguing? Is it like a dispute going on, or is it just they're being loud?
They're being loud and they're trespassing, you know, like, guys, you can't trespass, you know, it's late at night, come on, go where you need to go, and they're just like, go back inside. And they stole one of the trespassing signs. On the side of the building, they're in front of the building, they're running around the building.
Marion County Public Safety, this is Madison. Is this call an emergency?
There's a no trespassing sign because I work from home, and these girls, it seems to be a daily occurrence. They love coming in front of the apartment with their dog, and they're trespassing. I ask them to leave, and they're calling me names, and they're screaming. I'm like, girls, please leave. You know, I do insurance, and they really can't be on the property. They've been asked to leave many times. I'm just done with this. You know, the incessant interruptions have to stop. I don't want to be called a bitch and a whore. I'm sorry, I'm at work right now, so I'm losing time from work. It was two girls, about 14 to 16 years old.
Okay, where are they now?
Well, they walked down the road.
Over the next 5 months, Susan would make several more calls with the same complaints about her neighbors. After visiting the property multiple times for the same reason, this call in April clearly shows law enforcement's frustration with Susan's unreasonable demands.
They need to be trespassed if they don't have it here.
So what I'm looking at, where they're at, you can't trespass anybody from that location. The issue is that the parking lot is a common area. You don't have sole control over the parking lot. There's 4 people here.
Yeah, but those children don't live here. I mean, they literally live across the street on the other side. They don't.
I understand what you're telling me, and I get it, but you don't have sole power to say, hey, they can't be in this parking lot.
But he's asked them to leave. I mean, you can call Charles. I mean...
I'm just telling you it's trespassing. It's the first time's civil because it doesn't become criminal until they're warned.
Okay, but he's already told them no trespassing.
Who's he?
All right, and he's just trespassing right now.
Can I talk to you for a second? When are you done?
He's trespassing right now. He's trespassing.
He came over to come ask us a question.
And he's
what do you need us to do? What do you want us to do?
Tell the girls not to come. They can't come on when I'm on the phone. Okay. I mean, literally, they cannot come on when I'm on the phone.
I mean, I can talk to them if I can figure out who they are, but...
Yeah. I mean, he needs to get... Because he's screaming all the time, too.
Okay.
He just needs to get off.
The deputies engaged the neighbor away from her residence.
This is just an open field. You know, it belongs to both property. You know what I'm saying? So if the kids want to play there, whatever. And that's what I keep telling them. Hey, as long as you don't get in her door, you don't start throwing rocks, don't be cursing at her. It's okay. She can cut the cups whenever she wants. But and I was trying to reason with her one day because we were all playing here. You know, the kids, everything jumping. All right, let's go. And she's like, hey, you know what? One day you guys are gonna die. And I'm like, and that's when I like, whoa.
Lorenz interrupted their conversation.
And apparently they're gonna match tip. Hey.
I'm getting too much feedback on the phone from the dog. Can you please go someplace where he's not barking? Please, I'm getting too much feedback. I can't hear my dog. Yapping.
It's a dog. You can't stop the dog from barking.
Yeah, but too much feedback. Can you please at least go someplace?
Yeah, that's, tell me, that's,
All right, well, you have a good one. Apparently we can't stand here and have a conversation.
911, what is the address of your emergency? All right. Tell me exactly what happened.
We've got some kids who are just trespassing. This little kid is trying to put a dog in my truck.
Okay, how old are these kids?
They range from, I guess, 9 to about 17.
Okay.
It's the little kid's dog.
Okay.
I just don't want him anywhere near my truck.
Were any weapons involved?
No.
How many people are involved?
Well, about 15.
15 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, these are all juveniles?
Yes, just part of the harassment.
All right, are you or anyone else in danger right now?
I don't know.
Are you in immediate danger? You're in your home, the door's locked?
I went back in my house and locked my doors.
Okay.
911, what's the address for emergency? And what's your name? Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I've got kids coming up to my deck, and there's no trespassing over here. And I don't know what the hell they're doing here.
Is there someone walking around the back of your yard, is that correct?
No, they're walking right into my little area where that's fenced in. The kids, they're creeping around here looking for stuff. I don't know what the hell they want to do.
How many people are involved?
About 6, 7 little kids.
And where are they now?
They're still outside. They went back to the neighbor's property.
Okay.
And they've been told not to come over here.
Okay, you said kids, about how old?
Ranging from probably 5 to about 12.
Alrighty. Are you or anyone else in danger right now?
I don't think so. The mother will probably come screaming at me again.
Then on June 5th of 2023, Susan's first call to 911 sounded like her usual minor dispute with children. But as the sun set on Ocala, Florida that day, law enforcement would receive one more call from Susan. It would be the last one from her address.
There is still someone with a gun.
She's inside.
Okay.
Where?
Bro, where? Ex-military. She's in that house, bro. That apartment. Right here. This first apartment. I need like a tour. All right. Sheriff's office, come outside with your hands up. This is the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Come outside with your hands up. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Turn around. Turn around. Where's your gun at?
You got hands? You got hands?
You're going to be detained for
Is there anybody else in the house?
There's somebody else in the house. Can I just get my
No,
brother's?
no, not right now.
All right.
You're not under arrest. You're being detained.
Okay, I understand.
Come over here.
Oh, wait, please close the door. I have two cats inside.
Hold
I
on.
don't want the cats to run out.
Get my med bag. Start giving first aid. Go assess the person down. Okay.
You're fucking done, I knew it. I knew when I seen them over here playing today. I said she was all acting ass.
We always call the cops on this woman. They won't do nothing about her.
I seen the kids praying, bro. I knew it.
You ready? Marion County.
According to the police report, 58-year-old Lawrence swung an umbrella at neighbor A.J. Owen's children and threw a pair of roller skates at them. 35-year-old A.J. walked over to Lawrence's house and began knocking on her door for an explanation of why her kids were being harassed. Within a minute of A.J. approaching Susan's door and knocking, Lawrence retrieved a pistol and fired through the door. The bullet pierced the wood and struck Owens. Susan remained in her home as first responders tried to save A.J.'s life. Owens' children, witnesses to the fatal shooting, were left traumatized just feet from their mother's body.
Do any of y'all have crime scene tape?
Yeah, I do. I got it.
We'll see it.
Put it right here. Hey, there's a little boy by my car. He's the one that was the primary witness.
Okay. Show me which one you were referring to.
I told him to hang out by my car.
She should have been in jail. She should have. Hey, get your ass in the house now.
Did you see him?
I didn't see him. How you holding up, ma'am? Give me a second. She's going to be in there in a minute. Will you put her handcuffs in front?
Step out for me real quick. All right, I'm gonna move your handcuffs to the front. All right.
Along the road, anyone has to get out.
Please lock my house.
We're gonna secure your house.
Okay.
All right, let me see your
right.
lay it together like you're praying.
Okay. All right. In my pocket is my keys for the house.
We'll grab those in a second. All right.
Yeah, because there's too much stuff in my. I don't want anybody to grab the gun.
No one is gonna go inside. All right.
Okay. All right. Actually, I don't know where my.
Susan felt a sense of control over the children, but powerless or threatened when interacting with their parents. If it weren't for her communication deficits with adults, this situation may have never occurred.
And the only thing I heard was her knocking on the door pretty loud, right?
Who was knocking on the door?
The lady that got shot, right?
She was knocking on the other lady's door.
Yeah, like to see what went between the two kids, you know, like
wait,
between her and the
kids.
kids.
Did you see anything, or
you gotta talk to the kids. You gotta talk to the kids. You gotta talk to the little kid and the older one.
Okay.
But all I heard was knocking and then a gunshot. That's it. No fighting, none of that.
But you didn't actually see anything?
No, sir.
No. This is supposed to be one of the kids that saw it?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Bravo, 27 Marion, 65 1050.
This is him right here?
Christian Academy, Florida 28.
What's going on, my man?
Here at Quebec, India 18 on a white Mazda.
All right, first,
Here, give me this. It's okay, relax. Nothing happened. You're good.
What's your name? How many do you need? It's alright, you can take a deep breath. Take as long as you need.
Reclínate aquí de la unidad. Recuéstate ahí. There you go.
Truth and a lie?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a truth and a lie?
One's right and one's wrong.
Okay, so if I said that my uniform is the color blue, is that true or is that a lie?
It's a lie.
If I said that the sky is blue, is that truth or a lie?
It's truth.
Okay. Tell me what you saw here tonight.
I didn't see much. We were playing around. I was on my electric scooter.
Okay.
And then my friend's mom got mad. My friend's mom got mad at the lady because she took something, I don't know.
Your friend's mom.
Yeah.
Is which one was your friend's mom?
This one was right there.
The one laying on the ground.
The one that was laying on the ground.
Okay, so that was your friend's mom. She got mad because the other lady had taken an iPad.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened
And
after
she
that?
gave it back.
The other lady gave it back.
Yes, and then my friend's mom, she came and banged on her door, her window.
Okay.
Slide door. That she banged on that, and then the door.
Okay.
And then I was on my electric scooter right here, and then I don't know where I hear a big bang.
Okay.
I was running.
Did you actually see anybody with any kind of gun, anything like that, or did you just hear?
I was here running.
Okay. What did you see after that?
I don't know. I came outside and I saw my friend's mom on the ground.
Okay.
Good job.
Alrighty.
This your boy?
Yes, sir. You guys will be around, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
I mean, I heard before that. I heard something like a 22.
Yeah.
That went off, and I'm like, I mean, obviously, I know when I hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We might not going to go pretty late.
No, that's fine, man. I mean,
I think we want to get all the answers.
Yeah. And I'm just letting you guys know. This neighborhood here is hot. It's always hot. You know, there's a lot of things going on.
I come through here as much as I can.
But the reason why I'm saying it is she's not safe coming back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I get what you're saying.
I don't give a shit about her. You know what I mean?
Deputies secured the scene and gathered accounts from the children and neighbors, all of whom told a similar story, and it did not shed a good light on Susan's character.
They want me to notify things, or they want us to notify his dad. His dad.
Is their dad part of their life?
Yeah.
Do we know that information?
Yeah, dad's part of their
Do
life.
we have dad's information? They don't have
That's all I
family
got
with
for
them.
him.
We got dad's phone number. We were wondering, do you want us to go ahead and call dad so he can at least come over here and be with his kids? Get the victim's information for you.
It's also saying
Okay.
he's had a roller skate thrown at him.
There's a roller skate right there by my car.
Okay.
I'm about to go get it right now.
Perhaps the most gut-wrenching moment of all came when their father had to break the unimaginable news to Owen's children that she was gone.
Today has been a very bad day. There's something bad that's happened. And y'all seen it, y'all understand it, y'all experienced it, right? Okay. Y'all love me? Okay. Y'all love mom? All right. Well, I got some bad news to tell you. Mom is not coming back anymore. Come. No. Come here. Come over here. Listen to me. No, I know. Okay. It's okay. I know. It's okay. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am sorry. I'm so sorry.
He can't go home.
She's home. It's all right. You guys are going to be okay. It's all right. You guys are all right.
No, I know.
Can't your God give us strength?
I hate her.
Oh.
She's in jail for good.
But Lawrence wasn't immediately arrested. Under Florida's Stand Your Ground law, detectives had to determine if the shooting could be legally justified before taking her into custody. This controversial law allows for the use of deadly force if you have reason to believe your life is in danger.
At any time that we think or perceive or believe that that may come into play, we cannot make an arrest. The law specifically says that.
The public backlash was swift. Protests erupted in Ocala and across the country. Civil rights attorneys and national activists demanded action, calling for transparency and accountability.
Charge her. You know who did it. Charge her.
So one of the biggest things is the interview of witnesses, and some of our witnesses were the mother's kids. And obviously we were not going to interview them that night after watching their mother be shot and killed. Okay? So we did it on Monday morning so that they sat down with counselors.
The case immediately drew national attention, not just for its tragic outcome, but for the questions it raised about self-defense laws and racial bias in America.
Law enforcement detained Lawrence for questioning the night of the shooting, and 5 days later, once they had spoken with witnesses, investigators asked her to return to the station for a follow-up interview. Based on the sheriff's previous statements, it's believed they already knew going into that second interview that she would be arrested. What you are about to see is a compilation of key moments from those interviews, paired with corresponding clips from her trial, to give viewers a clearer sense of the same evidence the jury considered.
Basically, the neighbors were out there screaming, yelling. The kids were running back and forth. I had a miserable headache, went inside, laid down. They finally got quiet. I came outside, and the three boys were there. They're like, guys, you're trespassing. Come on, go out of here. And he's like, I want this, and I want that, and fuck you, and fuck this. I'm like, oh, okay, little big kids, because they're all really young. I wanted to check my truck. Every time I had my truck on one side, the kids would throw the balls and hit the truck.
Okay.
So I moved the truck to the other side, then they moved themselves to the other side, and they keep just
antagonizing you?
God,
Yeah.
horribly.
Okay, so when you said that you came outside and they were there, the three boys were there, where were they at?
Right in front of, that little cove that's
Like
there.
the privacy fence?
They were right there.
Okay.
Right in front
Inside the privacy fence, like
No.
on your patio or
No,
outside?
they were just right outside.
Okay.
And I'm like, guys, come on, leave. Because I wanted to check the truck and everything. And then they were like, I'm going to tell my mom. I'm like, go tell your mom, I don't care, And I didn't want to go any further because he's like, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, what in the world?
Who said that?
H.I.'s kids.
Okay. So who is it?
H.I., I think her name is.
Okay.
I'm like, kids, go home.
So you called, was it 911?
Yeah, I called 911.
Okay. Before H.I. came over?
Before she
Okay.
came over.
And we get, as the deputies are responding, the
Mhm.
call taker's talking to you, they're putting information that you're telling them into the computer, which goes to us as we're going out there. So in that call notes, there's never any mention of you saying that they said that they're going to kill you. It was more or less that they're harassing you, that
Oh, no, I told the lady that they said they were going to kill me.
Okay.
No, I was very specific when I spoke.
Okay.
911, what is the address emergency?
We got kids trespassing again. They're leaving all the toys around. They're just screaming, yelling, just being absolutely obnoxious. I went and threw the roller skates over to the other side. The kid says, I'm going to beat you up for that. And he's mouthing off to me.
All right.
Right in my own home. Yeah, there are several kids out there right now, and I'm fearing for my life. I'm very scared.
Were there any weapons involved?
No.
How many people are involved?
Earlier, there was about 20 kids out there screaming, yelling, asked them to leave. They're like, screw you. Now there's 3 boys.
3?
Yes.
Okay.
And the kid saying I took his iPad and all this other shit was just in his room. The only thing that was out there was a roller skates, and I don't want to get tangled with these children. I just don't like them coming around my house. They've been coming onto my deck, my patio, and telling me, get up, when I'm watching TV and stuff. They have no business over here. There's no trespassing sign. I don't like the kids threatening me that they're going to beat me up, that they're going to get someone else to kill me. And this is just ridiculous.
Are you or anyone else in danger right now?
I locked my doors. They just keep badgering me and badgering me. I'm just sick of these children.
An officer will be dispatched as soon as possible. Do you want the officer to contact you?
Please, yes.
All right.
Because what's going to happen is his mom's going to go out and wait for the officer and run and say, oh my God, I was threatening her kid, which just isn't true.
You heard from Yvonne Costa, who's the neighbor at the adjoining wall to the defendant's apartment. She told you that she heard arguing, loud arguing, and then she heard a door slam. Clearly, this was the defendant slamming her door after she was arguing with the children.
And what was the deal with the roller skate? Because again, we talked to a lot of people who were outside and kind of witnessed some of this.
They keep leaving all their toys around. The other day, I almost killed myself going out. I had an early morning doctor's appointment, and I didn't see the roller skate, and I almost killed myself. I'm like, guys, stop already. This is not your garbage yard.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's got his roller skates there, and I'm like, really, take your roller skates. And I threw the roller skates. I'm like, go fetch them. Just enough. Because
did you throw that at them?
Oh
or?
God, no.
Okay.
No, I
And
just.
what is the thing about the umbrella? You have an umbrella?
I thought it was raining before, and I walked out and it wasn't raining. I'm like, okay.
And you swung it at them or so, or one of them?
It wasn't even close. I was still inside the vestibule. So
how can we explain that then with people saying, like multiple people that weren't talking to each other, that if they were saying that that's what they saw?
Maybe I did step out and I'm like, guys, go away, but I would never touch them. Okay.
Maybe swat at them with it, but not.
Exactly. Okay. If I did it was probably because I was just so come on.
Okay. But I know at least say if you did, but is that what happened? I mean, we got to kind of get specific about this because it's a big deal.
I understand.
Someone's dead.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is the moment Susan learns AJ has died.
So that's why I say it's important to be specific and honest about everything. So.
The kids finished playing as it got darker. A little before 9 o'clock. There's not many kids in the field anymore, but yet the defendant, Miss Lawrence, is still filming. What's she recording? Well, you're going to see that video too from her cell phone. She is videotaping roller skates that were left in the grass, according to her, about 5 or 6 feet from a sidewalk that lives up to her apartment.
Did you locate a video on June 2nd, 2023 at 7:21:14 p.m.?
We did. That's the first video.
And are many of these videos very, very short?
That is correct.
So this first video, according to the report you have, occurred on 7:21:14 p.m.?
That is correct.
Showing you a photo that you found from at 7:30:12 p.m. Was there a photo at 7:30:36 p.m. as well?
There is videos.
Is there a photo or a video at 7:58:59 p.m.?
There is.
Bro, there's nothing to record!
Line up, let's go!
Good.
Did you locate a photo at 8:33:34 p.m.?
We did.
Did you locate a video at 8:33:59 p.m.?
We did.
What about a photo at 8:34:57 p.m.? A video, excuse me.
We did.
Videos from Susan's phone reveal an unrelenting fixation on the children outside, lasting more than an hour and 15 minutes before she made her first 911 call that evening.
video at 8:49 and 49 seconds p.m.?
We did.
Was there another video 2 seconds later at 8:49 and 51 seconds?
That is correct.
Now, if this video was at 8:59 and 51 seconds, is that about 5 minutes before the first 911 call was made?
That is correct.
Did you locate a video at 8:50 and 37 seconds p.m.?
We did.
And finally, did you locate a video at 8:53 and 32 seconds p.m.?
We did.
Is that last video about 30 seconds before the first 911 call was made?
It appears so, yes, sir.
And there was a video at some point. It looked like you were taking a picture or a video through the screen from you being inside
Yes.
to them outside.
Mhm.
Is that around the time frame that you shot him the bird or something along those lines? Maybe not right there. Okay.
Probably.
Okay. Because it looked like there was a bunch of them kind of further out in the field, but there was a lot of kids playing out there, and I
It
guess.
was the screaming. You heard
Yeah,
how much
yeah.
they were screaming over the
Yeah.
TV.
But also during that time frame was where that tablet situation came up. So is there
I
any
don't
reason?
know what this tablet thing is.
It's like
What-
an Amazon tablet, electronic tablet.
I never
you know?
saw the tablet, never, he kept saying, where's my tablet, where's my tablet? I had black.
Oh, so he did ask you about it, but you didn't have it?
Of course not.
So you never moved
I never
it or
saw
picked
it,
up?
never picked it, never touched it up, nothing.
Why would he make that part up if?
I have no idea.
Because he said that he was going to the basketball courts after they played in the field, and he's like, I forgot my tablet, and he comes
Mhm.
over and he sees you holding it, and he
I
says,
never,
put
no,
it down,
no.
and you kind of tossed it down, and then that's when you threw the skates, and one of them hit him in the toe or the foot
No.
or something like that.
No, because they were standing here and I threw it with my left hand.
Okay.
I made sure that I just threw them over to the other side, never
And that's
touched
when you
each
told
other.
him to fetch or something?
Yes.
You told him to
I
fetch
said, you
it?
can go fetch it over there now.
Okay. And then the situation with the umbrella, I know we had talked about it a little bit before, but do you remember who that was out there when, was that when the older, AJ's older came over? What was he saying to you?
That's when he has said, I said, you guys need to leave. He said, I don't need to leave. I can be anywhere I want. I have, I forget what the hell he said. Just something to the effect that I have no limits where I can go. I'm like, okay.
Okay, but he wasn't the one that was there when you tossed the roller skates into the yard? It was the other child?
There
Or do
should
you
have been
remember?
both boys.
Were they both there with the roller
Let's say,
skate thing?
yeah.
Okay. The umbrella that was behind your door, was that the one?
Yes.
That's another one of those things where we were talking to people who were right there, kind of, they already heard some yelling and back and forth, so they're kind of watching, and
I may have been talking with my hands, so.
swinging the umbrella.
Yeah, just, come on guys, leave, and
Okay.
gesturing.
What specific words do you recall that she said?
I just
that you-
remember her saying, don't talk to my sons that way, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. I mean, that's what I heard. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
And you're sure when you were on the phone with 911 you told them that she said that?
I'm almost positive.
911 was the address of the emergency.
1662 Southwest 157th Place. Oh my God, this lady just tried to break down my door. I shot through the door. Oh my God.
Okay, what is your name?
Lauren. They were trying to come in my house.
Okay, take a deep breath for me, calm down.
Oh my God.
You said someone tried to break down your door, is that correct?
Yes, the woman was screaming and yelling and she was trying to break down my door and she was...
Okay, it was a female?
Yes. I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my gun and I shot at the door. And I thought she was going to kill me. Oh my God.
Okay, you said you shot at the door, is that correct?
Yes, I shot at the door because she wouldn't stop. I told her to get away and she wouldn't. She just begging to stay.
Okay, where's your gun now?
It's in my bedroom. I didn't know what to do. I was panicking. This is the woman who attacked me.
Okay, do you still see the subject?
I don't know where she is. I'm still in my house. I didn't open my door to her.
Is it just only you in the home?
Yes, it's just me.
Okay, I just need you to lock all your doors and windows, okay?
I have.
Okay, I'm gonna stay on the line until the deputies get there.
Okay. My son said they were gonna come and kill me.
And did you know her?
Yes, she's come after me several times because of her children. Her children keep trespassing over here. They're bothering me and bothering me. They won't fucking stop.
Is she a neighbor?
Yes.
Do you know her name?
Age-Ike Owens.
I'm sorry, what was the first name?
Age-Ike, A-J-I-K-E.
Just let me know when you see the deputies. And like you said your gun is put up in the bedroom.
Yes,
is that
yes.
correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And what unit number is for the subject?
I don't know. I don't know if she's one or two.
Okay.
She has an old broken down Honda or something, a white car in front of her house. It's all garbage.
You said a white Honda?
Yes. And then she has a new Acura.
And do you see the male subject, or you just see the female?
See, her boys were here earlier. They keep leaving their garbage all around the house.
Okay.
And then I told them to take the crap away, get the fuck out of here.
Do you know where the boyfriend is now?
I'm sorry?
Do you know where the boyfriend is now?
No.
Okay.
I'm not screaming outside now.
And we do have deputies getting close, okay?
Okay, I think they're here now. I see the light.
Okay, if they're there, I'll go ahead and let you go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Based on the accounts of other witnesses, investigators began to see Susan's mounting frustration with the children as the driving motive behind the shooting.
And
Have you had problems with him before?
oh my God, yes. They've been harassing me last week. They came up they were actually in the vestibule area. And they were like, wake up, wake up. I was watching TV. I'm like, really, seriously? Because, after a nice long shift, that's just when I want to hear these little They want to play on that part where Charles owns and the other part. And I'm like, guys, come on.
Which part is that? I'm not sure. I don't know who Charles is.
Charles is the landlord. One of the cops came out and said, oh, it's an open lot. It's not an open lot. It's an abutment of 2 properties. I'm like, guys, come on. Give me some peace. And I'm like, go play on the other side. We don't want to play on the other side. We want to play over here. I'm like, oh, good gravy. And so they just, every time they see me, they get together and scream and yell. One set of kids lives there, but the other sits on the other side. Like, we'll play on your side of the road, Come on. The kids kept putting things out. They had marbles by my truck. They put their skates out. I tripped over the skate one morning that I had to leave very early, and I'm like, crap. And I'm like, stop leaving your freaking toys here, And I don't understand why they just keep leaving their crap there. And I'm like, it's...
That sounds frustrating.
It's extraordinarily frustrating.
And there's already been that prior incident in the 2 or 3 times that you guys met, and one of those times it was you're talking to her sons and you're saying like racial things like that, racial slurs.
I didn't say racial slurs.
She said that you did.
She said that I did.
And was it only her kid that you called a slave, or was there other kids in the neighborhood?
I never called anyone a slave.
So have you ever called any of those kids?
Never called them a slave. Never.
Never said anything about this not being an underground railroad?
No.
We did so many interviews.
Jesus Christ, no.
There was a statement like that made.
All right, that's new to me. The kids definitely just make me feel, sick. They just, they call me grandma. They call me Karen. I'm trying to think.
Do you say horrible things back that you wouldn't normally, that you're not proud of?
Absolutely. If you see the stuff up here and this is my front door, why do you keep coming by my front door screaming and yelling? And they're like, doesn't matter. You don't matter. I had a little black kid come up to me and said, you're white, you're old, you have no one in your life, you're not worth anything. So I'm like, great.
I mean, have you ever used the N-word and they're using it against you? Have you said it in passing or something?
I have no idea. But it could have been I was speaking Hungarian and instead of English.
So you're native Hungarian?
My father was Hungarian, my mother was Polish, so we spoke mainly Hungarian in the household.
Words like the N-word that you've said. Describe that to me specifically when you've said that.
I can't remember if I said it or if I didn't say it.
You sound unsure.
Whether it's out of anger or, I mean,
I don't know.
someone's calling you names and you can become kind of overwhelmed with, you're having to hear this kind of thing all the time, and like you said, you might say something that you normally wouldn't say.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
There's just like a lot of other words that are, I believe, out there to describe those things as well. I mean, what is it in particular about that word, or slave boy?
I never said slave boy. I never said the word slave. Never.
Okay.
So I don't know why you keep coming back to this.
Well, that's just
someone had mentioned, and like I said,
No, never.
you know,
Never uttered the word
that you used the
slave,
word slave or,
No,
or
absolutely not.
something like that. Is there any reason why anybody would have a video like that? Is there any reason why that would exist?
No, there shouldn't be.
We heard that you said the F word and the B word. These are what the kids are saying.
I
that
definitely dropped F-bombs.
Okay, and what are you saying the F word to?
Pick your fucking shit up.
Referring to stuff on the ground or something. And when we say the B word, what are you referring to that? Who are you talking to? What are you saying when you use that language?
B word.
Yeah, which I'm assuming is bitch, but I don't really know.
Okay.
Have you said that word to them?
Remember.
Or is it bastard? Possibly bastard?
I don't know. Could have been either one.
Yeah.
Are those words that you've used when you're outside around the kids or something like that?
I guess if they were really annoying me, I may have let one slip.
Okay. And how would they really annoy you? Like just
screaming. They
Okay.
would scream. But the girls would do something so stupid. I've never seen anything like this before. They would go face to face with one another and see who could scream louder.
Yeah.
5 feet outside my door. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, why? I want to see who screams louder. I'm like, take it over to your house.
Sure.
You know, I'm not supposed to be getting nervous or anything like this because I have an aneurysm on my left kidney artery. And so they're like, you're supposed to stay calm, you're not supposed to do anything. And this woman just keeps antagonizing me. She's got the kids calling me. I'm like, I have a doctoral degree. Do not talk to me like I am one of your peers.
So they don't really have any respect.
No respect.
I think we were looking at different videos and people were telling us about, we spoke to everybody in the neighborhood separately. Was there other times when you got frustrated or something with these kids and you've said something else that we're not talking about? I mean, have you said other words to them or something about middle fingers or something? Tell me about that.
It wasn't at the kids, it was at the gentleman.
Who's the gentleman?
I only know him by his name, Sapito.
So okay.
So he's a guy, he gets all the kids together, so they're screaming and yelling and they're doing all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, stop already. And I asked him, I said, please stop. I don't like the yelling. I just, I'm sort of going to break down.
No, take your time. What is the crazy stuff that Sapito has these kids doing? Tell me about that.
He used to ride a four-wheeler. And he would come around the house. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Then he'd have the kids on the back, no helmets, no nothing. And I'm like, stop already. The one time I went out there, he almost hit me. He's like, missed you. Jesus Christ, really? And I'm like, I just can't deal with it. I have an injury right now. I have an aneurysm on my left kidney artery. If he hit me, he'd have killed me.
So was it on last Friday that you were kind of giving him the middle finger then? Is that what I was understanding?
I may have given him the middle finger because they're just out there and I took a picture and he's like, oh, go take more pictures. I'm like, because...
What other kind of crazy things is he having these kids do? Is it something where
he would have them exercise and scream and yell, and the kids are like, we're tired, stop, we're tired.
Is he like a coach, or do they play sports
I don't
or
know.
something?
I have no idea. And he's like, come on, you weenies, get moving. And the kids are like, no, we want to stop. He's like, you can't stop.
Is he the father of one of those kids that live?
I have no idea. I'm
not sure.
I don't know who he is.
Good job. All righty.
Yes, your boy?
Yes, sir.
I just know that, and I asked him, I said, please. I said, one of my friends was murdered when I was very young, and she screamed. She was bound and gagged, and the guy thought he killed her, and she screamed. And so every time those little kids scream, I keep thinking of my friend Elizabeth. So, and I asked him, I said, Sapito, please, these kids screaming like this, it's triggering me. I don't want to hear this, And he's like, you're full of shit, you're a liar, you're this, you're that. I'm like, really? I'm like, why would I tell this story and it's not true?
Have you ever been a victim of any violence?
Oh, yeah.
Describe that to me.
I was raped and beaten.
Did that happen here or in New Jersey?
In Jersey.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
Started when I was 4, it didn't stop until I was like 20.
Okay. Okay. And I'm saying, has anything like this ever happened to you before, where someone was trying to break into the house and hurt you or something?
No, not like this.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that's ever happened to you before.
So we know that the defendant got into some sort of argument or something with the children, which caused the children to go talk to Miss Owens, their mother, and causes Miss Owens to come over to deal with it.
What kind of things was she saying that you called her kids?
I called them racial slurs, that I called them slaves, and that's never happened. I mean, when she said, I'm like, what are you, stop already, stop lying, you know? And I was like, enough, what? I did call them retards once, because they just kept coming and coming. I said, are you retarded? You can't read the sign.
Okay.
You know, how many times do we have to tell you you're trespassing, you know?
She told the 911 operator that she was sick of the children. Her words were, they are bothering me. They won't effing stop. She wasn't afraid. She was angry. You heard the tone of that 911 call. The 911 call, an operator asked, are you in danger? She said, no. I locked.
She wanted you to open the door.
Why would I open my door to this woman? When she has
I wouldn't either. I
when
get
she
it.
has thrown things at me,
Right.
when she has followed me a foot behind me, I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
She was pounding on it. I was like, what the hell? My cat's went flinging.
What was she
everything.
saying? Was she
She's
saying
like,
anything?
You don't talk to my sons. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, you know. And I was like in tears. I'm like shaking, and I'm like, oh my God. And I thought she had gone away, and then she starts banging again. I'm like, oh shit.
Did she like try to come inside?
She was trying as hard as she could.
And what do you mean?
That door was moving. And I'm like, holy shit. You know,
Like, did she try the door handle, or was she just beating on it to try to push it in, or what?
She was just, you know, just trying to push it in, and I was like, oh my God.
You heard the interviews the defendant gave and the 911 calls. The defendant never said that Miss Owens was rattling her doorknob, shaking the doorknob as if she was trying to get in. She was specifically asked during the second interview, did she ever try to open that sliding glass door or open the door handle or anything like that? Or was it just pounding? The defendant's answer was, I just remember her pounding and pounding. The defendant never told the detectives during the interviews that Miss Owens was trying to open that sliding glass door, that she was banging or jiggling on the doorknob trying to get in. Never told them that she was trying to break her window or anything like that.
So you were communicating with her through the door?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, just leave. You know, I don't want to hear it. No, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to fucking kill you. And I didn't think too much of it until she really started pounding that door. And I'm like, oh my God. Then I got scared, like terrified scared.
You're hearing the defendant talk about calling 911 before Audrey Owens comes over to her house. Out of the blue, you were going to hear this at the end. The defendant says, because what's going to happen is his mom's going to go out, wait for the officer, and run and say, oh, I was threatening her kids, which just isn't true.
Since she has actually harmed me, I'm like, this just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm like, I don't know what to do with her. And she banged so hard, it looked like my door was going to fly off. And I panicked. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's really going to kill me this time, you know. And so I don't even actually remember picking up the gun. I just remember shooting. I'm like, oh my God. And I just started panicking. And I really feared for my life. I mean, honest to God, I was like, oh Jesus Christ, I'm a nervous wreck.
Yvonne Costa said a few minutes later is when she hears the pounding. And the pounding was loud. There's no doubt about that. It was loud enough to shake the wall between the two of them that they share, and maybe even rattle a mirror. It was loud. But it wasn't banging hard enough to damage the door. There's no dents. There's no major problems with the door. No damage to the doorknob as if someone was trying to beat on it and break the doorknob off to get in there. She was banging hard like law enforcement officers do when they come to a door and say, Marion County Sheriff's Office. And in fact, the defendant actually told the detectives she initially thought it might be the law enforcement coming. Why? Because she just called them and knew they were coming. She knew they were coming before she fired the shot.
And what made you, I mean, I know someone's banging on the door, you feel like they could get in, but at that point where nobody had breached or been able to get through that secure door, what made you feel like that was the time that you needed to do that?
I usually have a chair propped up against the door at night.
Okay.
And I didn't have the chair up there, and I didn't have the chain on the door either. So just the one lock was locked. I'm like, oh shit, you know, of all the times that I never.
But before you decided to pull that trigger, you didn't think to try to put
I wasn't
the
going near the
second.
door because she was actually physically moving the door. You know, like you could see the door moving. I'm like, oh dear God. I absolutely feared for my life.
So this
This was an absolute. It's either me or her. I mean, it's just like I'm like, holy shit.
But did you see her with a gun or another weapon or anything like that?
But I don't know what she had on the outside. You know, when my lights were off, you know, so she came up, it was dark out, and I'm like, great, now she's pounding on my door. Now she's scaring the crap out of me. You know, now my door's moving, and I didn't have it properly secured. And the next thing I thought she was going to be in my house, you know, killing me. I mean, that's honest to God what I felt. You know, it's not like, you know, I'm fed up or anything. This was a real fear.
But when we first started talking, you said you made it very clear to the 911 call taker that she was threatening to kill you.
Yes, absolutely.
And if that's not on the recording, is there any reason why that's not on the recording?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure I said it. So.
Are you just pretty sure she said it as well? That she did
no,
it?
absolutely, she said it.
Okay.
Do you remember Isaac and Izzy's mom saying anything while she was banging on the door? What do you remember her saying?
I remember her saying, open up the door.
Okay. Do you remember Isaac and Izzy's mom cussing at all while she was at the door?
Yes.
Okay, do you remember what she was saying?
Yes.
Okay, what was she saying?
She was saying the B word, you know,
The B word?
and the F word.
Okay. Did you ever see Isaac and Izzy's mom reach for the door handle?
No.
Did you ever hear Isaac and Izzy's mom say, I'm going to kill you?
No.
Susan's account of events didn't align with what other witnesses told detectives. Yet, even as investigators pressed her on the discrepancies, she remained steadfast in her version of the story.
I guess my question is, what is it that she did that made that an immediate threat to your life that you had to shoot when you did? Or you were going to be harmed at
I
that
thought
second?
she was coming right through that damn door.
How long do you think she was hitting the door?
No, I can't even speculate, because it could have been seconds, it could have been, you know, when you get that fear response, and, you know, she banged on it, I was in the bathroom, came out of the bathroom, and she was still banging on it, so I don't know, maybe a minute or two.
And you didn't try to call 911 back at
But my
that
phone
point?
wasn't there. I didn't know where I put my phone.
You don't remember where you
No.
put your phone?
And I was like, crap, I can't find my phone.
Okay, you seem unsure of some of the stuff she's saying through the door. The thing is everything that we've learned so far, I have not learned of her ever saying to you that she wanted to get into the house. It sounded more like she wanted to talk to you outside of the house.
How do you want to talk to outside the house when you're banging and screaming?
Yeah.
That's not reasonable.
One of the people
and
said that she said, "Come outside."
That's not, I'm sorry.
Come
That's
out.
not what?
It's not reasonable and prudent. I mean, you just don't, you know, bang and expect someone to come out. Yeah, I think I'll come outside so you can, you know.
Well, I know. I mean,
seriously.
These people said that she was saying to come outside. Do you remember her making statements and asking you to come out there and talk to her?
I honestly don't recall.
Okay, so you don't remember that, and you seem unsure about some of the statements she made about the tablet. No one that we've interviewed so far has made any statements about her saying that she wanted to kill you.
That's what I heard.
There's something going on in your head. Are you not sure about some of the things we've talked about today? Regarding some of the things you're saying that you heard? Is it possible she never threatened you at all?
No, I swear to God, I thought she said, I'm going to kill you. I mean, that's why I just panicked. As soon as those words came out of her mouth, I was like, Jesus Christ, she's going to kill me.
Okay. And how did you imagine yourself being killed? Remembering that there's that block wall, that door, how was she going to be able to do that? What makes you think that she was able to do that?
She was still pounding, but that she could have come right through that glass wall. I mean, the glass door.
Well, we talked about pounding on the door. Did she ever pound on the glass wall? Is it a window or wall? Help me.
It's doors. It's sliders.
Glass sliding door.
Yeah.
She pound on that?
She may have. I don't know. Well, I kept thinking that she's going to gain entrance. She's going to kill me.
And that's why I asked you earlier if you recalled if she tried to. Was that door locked? The sliding glass door?
Yeah.
Was that safe? Do you have like anything?
I had wood piece in there.
In the slider?
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't recall if she tried that door?
I just remember lots of pounding.
Lots of pounding.
You know, just to me, it was just an enormous amount of pounding, screaming, yelling, and, you know, I felt like she was going to come through that door. I mean, that's what I felt. I mean, I don't understand why she came over my house. If there was all these issues and problems, why didn't you just call somebody? You know, that's, to me, that's what you would do if you're normal. You know, that's a normal thing to do. If something happens to me, I call the police.
So you also told me that that's what you heard, that she was going to kill you. Is it possible that she did not say that, and that's what you heard or you believed?
I just thought she said, I'm going to kill you. I mean, that's what I heard. That's why I was so in fear of my life. I was like, Jesus Christ, she's pounding on my door. She's going to break in. She's going to kill me.
The defendant tells the detectives that Ms. Owens came over and said, I'm going to effing kill you, over and over again. No one else heard that. You heard from Jared Gardner. You heard from Muriel Rodriguez, who were right there. They said she never said that.
AJ, you've only had these arguments with her a few times, but what I'm confused about is that we're talking about her banging on it 3 times, and then there's the pause, and there's everything else you just described to Detective Stitt. And you said that this was the time that she was going to come and kill you. That's confusing to me because it sounds like you guys really didn't have any other times that she was going to come and kill you.
No, she was saying she's going to kill me. I mean, she was verbalizing it. She was saying, I'm going to kill you.
You heard from Muriel Rodriguez, 12-year-old Muriel Rodriguez, the second witness we called. He told you he saw Miss Owens walk across the street, saw her walking with a purpose, saw that she was angry, it was clear how she was walking, saw she didn't have anything in her hands. He heard Miss Owens say, come out. And he said she used the B word and the F word, consistent with what Jared Gardner said. So he too hears Miss Owens say, come out, bitch. Muriel Rodriguez said he never heard Miss Owens threaten the defendant, say, I'm going to F and kill you, I'm going to bust in your house, anything like that. It was come out.
I mean, she's literally come up, they had words about 2 months ago, and I walked away, I said, all right, whatever. And, you know, I said, I'm sorry, just because I wanted to diffuse it, you know, de-escalate everything. I'm walking away, and she's literally walking 1 foot behind me like she was, you know, I said, oh my God, she's going to pound me into the ground.
When did you install the new deadbolt, or did he did that? Someone else did it?
Yeah, Charles did it.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Just a few months ago.
And what was the reason for that?
She had pounded on the door once before, and everything I had fixed previously, she had cracked apart.
During that interaction with Miss Lorenz, did Miss Lorenz tell you, or did she make any allegations that her door was damaged at all during that incident?
No, she did not.
Did you notice any damage to her door while you were up there?
No, I did not notice.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not
What did she pound on the door for last time? What happened with that?
I think I called her kid an idiot or something like that. And like, you see the signs, stop coming over here. And I can do anything I want. I could just go in. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, it's just.
And what did she do that time? She beat on the door?
She beat on the door and like, go away.
Did you call the police then?
I believe I called the police, and this when, you know, she heard me calling the police, then she went away.
She went away. What was she trying to get you? Was she that
I
time?
have no idea. I have no idea what this woman is thinking. I mean, to me, she's just terrifying at this point in time. You know, I just thought she is not mentally stable, and, you know, every time something happens, oh, it's my children, you know, they're 100% little angels, and of course, you know, they're demonized. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But was she trying to get in that time? Or was she just beating on the door and ranting and raving about you calling her son an idiot?
I think she was ranting and raving about me calling him an idiot.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, whatever, you know, go away, you bother me.
Okay.
But at that point in time, I had all the locks on, I had the chair up, you know, like.
Did you get your gun that time?
No. I didn't feel, she wasn't as forceful that time as, you know, this time was, you know, like, oh my God. She actually had thrown a sign at me before. She picked up the no trespassing sign and just threw it at me. She's like, here, take your fucking sign. I'm like, it's not mine, it's Charles. You know, he doesn't want you guys here.
And did you put those signs up at Miss Lawrence's request?
Yes, I did. Well, she asked me to try to control the children, and I said I didn't have any ability to do that, but I could put up a couple signs on my property line.
And did you do that?
Yes, I did.
So it's just, she's been in my mailboxes, she sends the kids in the mailboxes.
When did she throw a sign at you?
I want to say last year, just after I had my neck fused.
Can you describe that sign?
It was just a plastic black and white sign that said private property on it.
Are those the kind of signs that you can go and just buy at Lowe's?
Yes.
What are they made out of? Oh, are they like heavy duty? Are they
No.
things?
It's like a piece of plastic, nothing too sturdy.
Did you ever see an incident in the past before the shooting between Ajika and Susan regarding a no trespassing sign?
Yes.
All right.
I remember seeing them arguing, and then Ajika picked up the sign and then threw it.
So you saw Ajika throw the sign. Did you see how she threw it?
She kind of like tossed it.
Okay. Ajika, when she tossed the sign barely hit Susan?
Yes.
Okay.
Then one time she was talking to the neighbors and she said, "Oh, that bitch over there is crazy." And I went, "No, I'm not gonna, sorry." I walked over, I said, "What is your problem?" And she just went on a tirade. I have never heard someone scream like this woman. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, she exploded. And I'm like, oh shit.
How long ago was that?
2 months ago.
2 months?
3 months ago. And then she was saying I called her kids all kinds of names, and I'm like, no, I didn't. And the more I said no, the more irate she got. Finally, I'm like, you know what, let me just back off, say yes, I'll apologize, and scurry away.
Now, it's interesting in her interview, in the defendant's interview, that she described an incident that happened about 2 months before the shooting on June 2nd, after the sign throwing incident, after the second incident that happened in December of 2022. She described an incident that happened about 2 months before the shooting. Now, the defendant in her interview tried to explain how this sign throwing incident and this other incident caused her such terror of Miss Owens, such fear, such panic, because Miss Owens was so violent that contributed to her the reasonableness and why she decided to fire the gun.
And where were you at when you had that conversation where she started following you? Where were you?
I was in the street.
Okay. Like by the mailboxes or?
No, I was close to her driveway.
Close to her driveway, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did she make any threats of physical violence to you then?
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
She tells the detective, "I walked over and said, 'What is your problem?'" The defendant admitted that she was the one that walked over and confronted Miss Owens about Miss Owens telling a neighbor that the defendant was a crazy bitch. And she told the detectives further that she was actually over by Miss Owens' driveway when she confronted Miss Owens. Does that sound like the actions of someone who was so terrified because somebody tossed in a trespassing sign and someone came over and had an argument with her earlier? Does that sound like somebody who's so afraid of this woman that she's going to walk up to this woman, confront her in her own driveway? Or does that sound like someone who is angry at Miss Owens and has no problem initiating confrontation?
So that's what the deadbolt's activated, the door's closed, it's a block house. I'm just trying to understand what made you so in fear of this woman if you have these things between you.
When we had spoken previously on the other time when she screamed at me and I finally acquiesced, I said, "Whatever you want, I'm so sorry." She followed me a foot behind me up until I went into the house. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, she gave me the creeps.
What happened during that incident where she followed you? What was the conversation?
She said, "Oh, you called my kids, I can't remember, I think a nigger and a slave or something stupid like that." And I'm like, okay, whatever. Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize. And I finally said, I'm going to leave this alone. I don't need, to get killed in the street.
Did she tell you if she had recordings of you saying that?
I have no
or like
idea.
one of the kids?
I have no idea.
There is probably nothing more infuriating to an African-American woman for someone to believe that someone used a racial slur towards her children. But what does Miss Owens do when she thinks this is what happened? She doesn't go over and attack the defendant, she doesn't go over and beat the defendant up. She doesn't go and attack Miss Lawrence, push her down, say this is what you told my children. She goes and she has an argument. And Miss Owens doesn't resort to violence. Miss Owens walks away. Miss Owens, if she wanted to, had every ability to attack the defendant for that. But she didn't. She had every ability because even then, there wasn't a closed, locked deadbolted metal door between them. Despite not having that barrier, Ms. Owens did not do anything violent towards the defendant.
But when you fire through a door that's closed, was it locked?
Yes, it was locked.
If I'm looking at a door that's secured and whether someone's banging on it or not, law enforcement's already on the way. At what point do you,
The door is broken.
the door's broken?
At that whole side panel, people have, she's pounded on it more than once, and he fixed it, but when everything started rattling so much, I was like, oh my God, she's going to bust through it.
Okay.
You know?
So it's broken right now, or it was broken before and then the landlord fixed it?
Sherry rigged it. He put screws through it so that the centerpiece was supposed to stay in there, but she was pounding it so hard. I mean, everything was just rattling, and I'm like, oh my God, it sounded like a horse kick.
And was that door, when you were finished, was it structurally sound?
It was structurally sound.
So this door had a chain, a deadbolt, and a lock?
Yes.
So I went out to the house that morning, when I met you out there, and I tested the door. I looked at the door frame where it had been repaired. It looked like there was a type of putty or something used where the wood frame had been separated. I examined the deadbolt lock. The strike plates were in there pretty fastened, pretty securely. The bottom lock, just the doorknob lock. And even with the door closed, I stood on the outside. There were no indentations, no dents in the door anywhere that I could see, and I pounded on the door pretty hard, and that was with the door unlocked completely. There was no lock secured, and that door was very sturdy.
So it's a cement block house, and the door, the deadbolt was activated, right?
The deadbolt was activated. And you said you had the extra long deadbolt just installed. What was it, recently?
Charles did it.
Okay. You heard some information about the door jamb having some prior damage to it. And we saw photos, the state introduced photos of that door jamb and then the prior damage. We heard from the landlord, Charles Gabbard, who said, yes, that door about a couple months earlier had some damage to it. I went and repaired it. He told you he replaced the strike plate of the lock, he replaced the strike plate for the deadbolt, he drilled those things into the door frame, and it was secure. He used some wood putty to further secure it, and the only thing that was left was some cosmetic damage that didn't affect the integrity or the stability or the durability of that door. He told you that when he left, the defendant was content with his repairs.
I didn't even have any locks, and I'm pounding on it. And yes, there were our forensic technicians were inside looking, and yes, things were vibrating. But they also stated that the door didn't seem like it was going to move, and it barely budged, even with the door unlocked. How hard would it have been for her to break that door knowing you're home? You know your door better than I do, but if it's already...
Well, we did put the extra long deadbolt on and everything. I did have the deadbolt on, so I didn't know how long the door was going to hold up.
And that's why I'm asking is because at first it's broken and now it's...
So it's not, I don't feel secure. Every night I stick a chair under that door to keep, because I feel like someone's going to break it in.
And I can't get to the point where pounding on the door leads to you being hurt or killed. I can't get that.
Because I thought she was going to break the door down. The door, you could see that it was all repaired and re-repaired and all that crap like that. So I never felt that door was secure.
Again, there's no evidence to support that at the time the defendant fired that gun, that Miss Owens was about to murder her. Miss Owens had no ability whatsoever to even get into that house, to even try to cause her harm. There is the secure, locked, deadbolted metal door.
There was a sign that said no trespassing, and there was a camera that was taped to the inside of the door.
Did you examine the sliding glass doors?
Yes, I did.
Did you notice any damage to them?
No, I did not.
Any cracks, dents, breaks, anything like that?
No, I did not.
Any dents to the frame around the sliding glass door or the handle?
No.
You mentioned a camera that was taped on the inside of the sliding glass door?
Yes, the camera was taped on the inside, but the camera itself was facing outward.
Is that the black box we see to the right of the handwritten no trespassing sign?
Yes.
It's photograph 22, stage 1 is just a close-up of what you described. Did you notice any damage to the door's locking mechanisms, the doorknob, the deadbolt, anything like that?
No, I did not.
Did you look for such damage?
Yes, we did.
showing you photograph 25 of States 1. Did you notice any damage to the door frame?
Yes, I did.
Explain what you saw.
There was cracks along the door frame near the strike plates.
Did you notice any evidence of repair to that area?
Yes, it appeared to be partially repaired.
Did you notice any wooden splinters or remnants of the door in the area, either right outside or right inside of the door on the ground?
No, I did not.
Did you look for that evidence?
Yes, I did.
And here in this case, we look at it, even with the shooter's statements, the door being shut, not being able to see beyond the door. There are certain things that raises that hair to say, for me and my detectives, this was an unjustified shooting.
You're saying that it's because there was a door that was closed. She couldn't see the woman. How could she be in fear of her life without knowing what's on the other side of the door?
Correct. That's what makes us doubt her statement. But it doesn't mean we ignore her statement just because I doubt it.
Did you see who was out there at that time?
I just knew it was AJ by her voice. Because she's screamed at me before, and I'm like, oh, Gary, it's her again,
And after you fired the round, what did you do?
She said, ow, and I'm like, oh my God, I hit her. It just, clicked, I hit her. Oh, like, Jesus Christ. And I thought I just, nicked something. I never ever.
My question is, how do you know what you're firing at when you're firing through a door that you can't see through, when you don't know if there's also a child outside standing there? Or, basically I'm asking you, what were you aiming at and what were you intending to do when you fired that gun?
I was just fearful of my life. And I was just like, go away, go away. That's all I could think of, was just get out of the situation, just go away already. And,
Okay, who else was outside the door besides Ajika?
no idea.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
Where were the other kids? Because I know the kids had been over there prior to her coming over.
Yeah,
or?
they were right by the, where the fence is, and then there's a sidewalk. They were right beyond that sidewalk, inside where it's supposed to be no trespassing.
Okay, so they were outside of the fence while she was banging on the door?
No idea.
Oh, you're not sure?
I have no idea.
Okay.
You asked me when the kids were there earlier.
Right.
So, and the kids finally, I went inside. I figured they left.
So you didn't know who else was out there at that time?
When you're inside the house and she's on the other side of a door that you can't see through and she's pounding on the door, you make the conscious decision to aim your gun at the door and fire one round, right? Just one round?
Yes.
Fire one round. Were you trying to hit her, or were you trying to scare her off? Were you trying to make a loud noise to say, like, hey, I got a fucking gun, get away from my door? Or were you
I was never intending to hit her. I just thought, I thought I hit really high, I was just like, it's the first time I ever really used it, where I was, like...
Not on a paper target.
Exactly. I was like, oh my God. So I was shaking. I was just so distraught at that point in time. I'm like, oh my God, she's really going to come to my house. And I was just like, all I could think is go away, go away, go away, go away.
Did you were you aiming for the door?
I just fired the gun. Because all I could think of is, I felt like I was in mortal danger. It's just how I felt.
When was it that you realized that it was her coming to the door?
Because I said, who's there?
Okay, how did you know someone was there initially? Was it because...
It was a huge banging.
Okay.
Just pounding at that door.
Okay. So initially, there was no words, it was just the pounding?
Yeah.
That's what started the interaction there?
Yes.
And where was the pounding at initially, where it first began?
The front door.
At the front door?
Yes.
Okay. How many times did she was it just like one, or
No,
was
no,
it
no,
several?
it was just bang, bang, bang,
Okay.
bang. I think she said, why do you speak to my children this way? And I said, listen, I'm not going to speak to you. Go away. If she had a problem, she should have called you guys. Honestly. If she really thought there was something seriously wrong, I don't understand why she just came over and just started pounding on my door and, screaming and yelling. So.
You don't know who all's out there, but you can hear her voice?
Yes.
Okay. What made you shoot that spot on the door? It sounds like you had some experience with the gun, so bring me to that moment where what happened?
I grabbed the gun, I was shaking like a leaf, and the more she pounded, the more she screamed. I was like, stop, 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 go away, move away. She wouldn't move away. Finally, I'm gonna kill you, and that was the last time, and I just fired the weapon.
Okay, was there a spot you picked or something like that?
I just kind of, there was the door, I knew she was at the door, shot the door.
Was your goal to shoot and kill her?
No,
What was your goal?
to shoot, and hopefully, she'd hear the shot and dissipate.
But you took aim at the door, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Owens came onto the property to have the defendant come out to discuss this issue. There is no evidence that she came over there with any other intent but to get the defendant to come out and talk.
But during that time, you didn't hear anything else? Did you think she went away?
No, well, I obviously knew she didn't go away because she was screaming while she was pounding.
I'm not trying to take away the fears of being scared and everything, because I think that is a legitimate, scary situation to be put in. But to justify to go from being scared to a point where you're taking deadly force on someone who's standing on the other side of the door and you don't even know where you're shooting at, that's a big jump. And I think that's where Detective Pender is.
It could have been one of the kids standing there or something.
But it was her standing there. I mean, I heard her voice. There was the door. I knew she was at the door. Shut. But it was her standing there. I mean, I heard her voice.
We heard her in her first interview say she never intended to kill Miss Owens. Well, look at the placement of the shot that she fired. She took aim. She leveled the gun at the door. She aimed directly where a person would be if the person was knocking on the door, at a height consistent with where Miss Owens would be, and pulled the trigger.
What happened after you said to go away?
To go away, and then it got quiet for a bit, and then she started really banging, just pounding on that door. Okay. She was relentless.
How long is a bit, would you say?
I don't know,
Like
because
5-10 seconds or 2 minutes? Or?
It was an extended period of time, probably 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, you went to the restroom and then you were in the kitchen looking for your phone while she was pounding on the door. And you said that you believe it was between 2 and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Was that total time from when the first pounding started to the time that you fired the shot, 2 to 5 minutes? Or do you think it was shorter time than that or longer?
To me, it seemed like 2 to 5 minutes.
2 to 5 minutes
More,
total?
Well, by the time I shot the weapon, at least 5 minutes.
Okay. I'm sorry to go back, but that first time that she pounds on the door, how long do you think that lasted before there was kind of the silence? I know you said she hit the door, you said who's there, and what was it said?
Probably 5-10 seconds she was pounding the first time.
Okay. When she started pounding on the door again and saying all that stuff to the point where you fired the gun, how long do you think that lasted?
2 to 5 minutes.
2 to 5 minutes.
I don't know. Everything's kind of, it was a while. I mean, it was a while. And I kept thinking, okay, you guys are going to show up, because I had called earlier and no one was coming. I'm like, shit, I couldn't find my phone. And she was just banging and banging, screaming at me, telling me, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, she's really going to kill me this time. That's all I kept thinking. She's literally going to come in this house and kill me.
According to Susan, it was approximately 10 minutes after her first 911 call when Owens began pounding on her door, and Owens continued to pound for at least 5 minutes before Susan fired the shot. She claimed that during this time they exchanged words and Owens repeatedly threatened her. Yet, the cell phone time logs tell a different story. Only 2.5 minutes passed between the moment Susan hung up from that first call to when she placed the second call advising she had shot Owens.
You mentioned that you also extracted the data regarding the 2 911 calls made by the defendant's phone on the evening of June 2nd, 2023, right?
That is correct.
And does the report, the extraction data from her phone, show the time that the first 911 call was made?
It does.
And what time was it again?
That was timestamped at 8:54:09 p.m. UTC, and it lasted approximately 4 minutes and 55 seconds.
About when would that phone have disconnected?
Approximately 5 minutes after, so roughly 8:59 p.m.
According to your extraction results, when was the second 911 call made?
That was made at 9:01 and 37 seconds p.m.
So about 10 minutes after you disconnected and they said, hey, we have deputies on the way, 10 minutes after that is when she started pounding on your door. Okay.
So about how long between when the first 911 call was hung up and the second call was made?
Approximately 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
And I just want to be clear, 2 to 5 minutes from the first time she pounded to the time where you felt in danger enough to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
At 8:59, deputies are on the way.
okay.
Okay.
At some point, did the call for service change to a different?
Yes, it did. And while we were en route to it, it got updated to a shooting that just occurred.
Do you remember what time you arrived?
Approximately 9:08.
9:08?
9:08.
From some of the other statements we've got, some of the things that we've learned, it sounds more like there was 3 knocks and then there was 3 more and then she was shot. It sounds like this was very quick. It sounds like this was like within a span of less than 20 seconds is what I would say.
So that's 2 minutes that all these things that you say occurred happened at your front door. From pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding, I'm going to kill you, all these things. Within 2 minutes, she showed up at your front door and did all these things to the time that you pulled the trigger, went and found your phone, and then called 911. So, and that's why I'm trying to get...
To me, it seemed like that amount of time. That's why I thought it was that amount of time.
Well, so clearly we've established that that was not true, that,
Okay,
that's not the
understood.
case, but that's what you felt it was.
Yes.
Now, the defendant, was she ultimately put in the back of your patrol car?
Yes, sir. I stood by her briefly at the scene, and I transported her to the Marion County Sheriff's Office to be interviewed by detectives. She seemed to be indifferent. She wasn't crying or what I would expect of somebody who is just shot anyone.
Just describe what you saw.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
We talked about the first 911 call was made at 8:54:09 p.m. And based on Jesse Newbanks' analysis, that call lasted 4 minutes and 55 seconds, which means she hung that phone up at 8:59:04.
After nearly 2 hours of questioning, the tone in the interrogation room shifted. The detectives grew more assertive, directly challenging Susan's account of that evening.
We kind of went through your first interview, and in that first interview, you had even said to the kids, you know what, go get your mom.
No, I didn't.
You said something along the lines as when they said, I'm going to go get my mom, you said, go get her.
Go get her.
I remember saying that.
So this has happened a few times during our interview also. You have these, I don't remember. There's been a couple times that you don't remember. And these are important things to remember, and you're not able to remember them. So, Susan, I'm looking at this from the outside here, and this really is not adding up to me. You used the word reasonable and prudent earlier. That's an interesting series of words to use. That's like a series of words that we use as law enforcement officers when we try to look at things. She's never threatened you. She's never displayed a firearm towards you. She starts yelling on your patio area, banging hard on your door, which your door is locked. You have an extended deadbolt. If you could go back in time, would you not do what you did? Would you take it back and I don't know, wait however long it took for the police to get there? I'm trying to understand that. Do you feel like you did something wrong here?
I did what I felt I had to. I honest to God thought she was going to kill me. I mean, that's all I felt. I just felt that terror. I mean, it was sheer terror. Her son, earlier in the night, before I called the police, I don't know how old he is, but he said, I'm going to make sure you get killed tonight.
Which son? She has 2 sons.
I know. I don't remember. It was one of her sons. But he was there. He's like, I'm going to make sure you get killed. I'm going to make sure that you know. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Has this person ever shown you a weapon or anything like that?
No. But, I mean, the little kid said it, and then all of a sudden his mom's coming over, and she's banging and screaming, and I just still feel she was coming at me. I'm sorry. It's what I feel.
Okay.
I've just, it's been playing in my head over and over again, and I just kept thinking of that and how terrified I was.
We were out there talking to other people who live in the neighborhood. They told us that there's been times where you go out and either create video, like record with videos or take photographs of what the kids are doing in your area out there. Something that caught my ear, like when we were talking earlier, you had mentioned the words, and I asked you to repeat it because I wanted to make sure I heard you correctly. You had mentioned terminology like reasonable and prudent in reference to how AJ was acting at your door while she was trespassing and everything. Where did that come from, that terminology? Is that
watching TV?
Watching TV? Okay. Like documentary stuff or like what?
Probably just crime shows and stuff.
Crime shows, okay. And I have to ask you this, have you done any research on like the laws as far as like in Florida, as far as self-defense and things like that?
I looked at it today.
You looked at it today?
When I was on Facebook. Just some things that, they had it up on Facebook.
Eventually, Susan admitted to detectives that she had researched Florida's Stand Your Ground law prior to the shooting, raising suspicions that her actions may not have been spontaneous, but premeditated.
Prior to today, even the last time that you and I spoke on very early Saturday morning, you had used some of that same kind of terminology in describing the situation that occurred at your front door.
What we've learned, what we've discussed all leading up to this, it doesn't make any sense. So this is your opportunity to actually tell us that something that does make sense. Whenever AJ was coming over that evening, what happened? Bring me to that moment when you had the gun in your hand. What were you thinking?
All I wanted her was to go away. I just, I felt she was going to come through that door and kill me. I'm sorry, that's what I felt. I just felt she was going to come through the door and kill me.
Okay.
It was a tremendous fear.
Did you feel bad for what happened?
Oh, Christ, yes.
But you haven't really seemed remorseful for today, at least, for what had happened.
Oh, God. It just makes me sick. I don't know I can't take it back. It's transpired. It's in the past. I don't know what the hell to do. It's just probably me shutting down again.
Okay.
It's a horrible situation. And inner conflict is horrible because, it goes against my faith. I broke a commandment. I feel horrible for what I did.
We spoke to all the people over. This is your house, by the way. Okay, this is. We'll put an S for you.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke to everybody in these buildings. We spoke to them all in these buildings. We talked to anybody that had cameras that would see different areas. These cameras, they hear things. We're able to hear audio. We're able to hear things like that. And everyone we interviewed, I pretty much got the same, Detective Stith, I think we all got the same statement from every single person we interviewed. These people were interviewed in different locations. Some of them were interviewed in different buildings, in different places. I interviewed them at different houses, and all these people provided me similar statements, okay? No one that provided these, now these people could hear her talking, okay? Because she was talking loudly. You said that you could hear it through the wall, and I can agree with that, okay? She made a statement, something to the effect of, why'd you take my kid's iPad? Okay, somebody heard her say that.
I never touched an iPad. I never saw the iPad. I don't know what this iPad is about.
A tablet or something like that?
Again, no tablet, no iPad, no electronics at all. It was never there, or at least I never saw it.
We've talked to you, we've talked to a lot of people and gone through the evidence. We've discussed all of this with the state attorney's office as well. After talking to you for several hours on Saturday morning and then today, I feel that there was a level of fear, but from everything I've seen, it doesn't rise to the level for you to justify shooting through a closed door and with a firearm. Okay, and I think you know that wasn't reasonable what you did.
I felt so terrified. I just felt so terrified. Here she comes again. Again she's screaming, she's yelling, she's acting unreasonable. And
let me ask you this. You said that you went on Facebook today. I can only imagine that at some point you may have seen some of the news dealing with this case and this story.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of stuff did you see?
I threw a tablet at the child. I said all kinds of things that I never said.
You know what I saw? I saw 4 kids that no longer have a mother. And I'm not taking away how you were treated, but those are children nonetheless, right? And now they don't have a mother to go home to. And I think you know what you did was wrong. I think you know that there were already deputies on the way.
But there was times I called and the deputies never showed up.
I understand. It's been 2 minutes. So
to me, it wasn't 2 minutes. To me, it was much longer. In my mind, it felt like.
But there's only one reality where time exists, and I understand perception of time can be different for different people. But in the reality of things, you had just disconnected. Within 2 minutes, a shot was fired through that door. There was that much that transpired within that 2 minutes where statements were made. I want to know why you're throwing stuff at my kids or whatever it was she was saying, and then shot fired and she's down, and then another 911 call comes in. There's no way to justify that in my mind, I don't think in Detective Pender's mind,
I can't make sense
and
of it.
clearly in other people's minds that we've discussed this case with the state attorney, our legal counsel, and things like that. At this point, we've discussed it with the state, and they are on the same terms as far as charging you with manslaughter, okay?
Okay. I don't know what to say. I was in fear for my life. I mean, honest to God, I just feared that she was going to come through that door. I'm sorry, that's how I felt. I can't change the way I felt. I mean, it was sheer terror on my part. I mean, honest to God, I was shaking.
All right, Susan? All right, we're gonna have you go with this deputy here.
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
No what?
I can't.
What's wrong? What's going on?
I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Susan's reaction was so unusual that even the veteran detectives were left momentarily at a loss.
Unfortunately, we're to that point where that's what's going to happen. Obviously, this isn't a conviction. This is you being charged, and then you're going to have your day in court to present your side of the story. Okay, so you're going to go with this deputy.
No, I'm not.
You're going to be booked in
No, I'm not.
and fingerprinted.
No.
They're going to take your pictures, and then you will have an arraignment in the morning.
I'm not going. I'm sorry.
There's a phone down there. You'll be able to call whoever you need to call, and right there in booking.
I'm not going.
But Susan, we are going. There's no change in that now. You're under arrest. In fact, we can probably go ahead and put handcuffs on her.
Yeah.
Let's get
Come on,
her.
Susan,
Let's get you
stand up.
handcuffed.
No.
Stand up.
No, don't touch me.
Susan.
Stand up, Susan.
No.
Listen,
Sorry, I can't
It can
do
go
this.
one
I
of two
can't
ways.
do
It can
this.
go an easy way or it can go a really hard way.
I'm sorry.
We don't want it to go the hard way.
I'm so sorry.
Susan, put yourself in our position. There's no choice in this. You're going over there.
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Susan, you understand that from the point of the story that you've given us, that by refusing and resisting, that it's making you look bad, okay?
I'm
And
sorry,
I
I
understand
just
your
can't.
reluctance to want to go.
Good. I just can't do
Okay,
this.
well, they have medical staff over there
As soon
that
as
can
you get over
assist
there, there's a
you.
nurse right in the front.
They can, you give them the
can't
prescription
do this.
medications that you're taking, all that. They will assist you in making sure that you get the care you need.
No,
But
I can't
we're
do
going
this.
over there, okay? You're
I
gonna go
can't.
over there and,
I just can't do this.
okay, well,
Come on, Susan, stand up.
if
we
we
don't have
have,
time to
Seriously,
debate.
I can't do this.
okay, but do you understand that you're under arrest and you're
I
gonna be
understand
taken to
I'm
the jail
under
one
arrest.
way or another, okay?
I don't care.
Susan?
I just can't do this. I'm sorry.
I don't. What you're saying and doing right now is not reasonable.
I know it's not
There's been
reasonable, but I
people-
just can't do this.
So when you say it's not reasonable, that doesn't make sense to me.
I understand. I just can't do this. I'm sorry.
Then this is why we're in this position here, Susan, is because the decisions you make are not reasonable. You make just like what
I'm
we're
sorry.
experiencing right now.
I'm sorry. I just can't do this. I can't do this. I feel horrible. I can't do this.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to the jail. There's no changing this. There's no stopping it.
I don't care. Kill me.
We're not going to kill anybody. We're going to take you to the jail. We'd rather you walk on your own. We'd rather you just walk down there. It'd be so much better for everybody if we could just walk down
Can
there.
you just stand up for me?
No.
So what do you plan on sitting here the rest of the night?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to die of a heart attack.
Well, like I said, they have medical staff over there. We want to be able to get you over there.
The quicker we get you over there, the quicker someone over there that's in medical can see you.
No, I just can't do
Susan, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna put you in handcuffs, and if we have to forcefully bring you out there, that's what we
We're
have to
gonna
do,
do
because
that.
we're obligated
I really don't want
to
to.
take you to the jail now, okay?
Thank you for
this.
standing up.
Sorry.
I understand that.
So put your hands behind your back for me.
Thank you, Susan.
I didn't do this on purpose. This wasn't a purposeful act. I did not premeditate it. I didn't do anything like that. This is ridiculous.
Breaking news. The woman accused of shooting and killing a mother of four in Ocala is now in custody.
Joining me is Sheriff Billy Woods. And Sheriff Woods, tell me, has she been arrested yet?
She has been arrested. My detectives are finishing up with some interviews with her at this time, and then once they have concluded, she will be escorted into the county jail. Right now, the first charge is manslaughter with a firearm, culpable negligence because of the children being present. Third, because of the incident with the children just prior, the additional charges are assault and battery on the children themselves before the shooting that occurred.
There's a certain bitter irony in the fact that the very children Susan resented most became the prosecution's key witnesses, ultimately helping to seal her fate.
This case basically requires you as a jury to answer one question. Was it reasonable to shoot through a closed, locked, deadbolted metal door at someone who's banging and yelling on the other side? That's the ultimate question in this case. The circumstances that she found herself in when she fired that round were that she was angry at Miss Owens' children, such that she called 911 on the children. That an angry mother was banging on her door, yelling at her to come outside. That she is behind a closed, locked, deadbolted metal door, and she knows law enforcement is on the way. She goes into her bedroom, she grabs her gun, walks back to the living room, walks towards the door, fires one precise round in the exact location where a person would be. Those are the circumstances by which she was surrounded when she made that decision to pull the trigger. Ladies and gentlemen, because the evidence has proven beyond any reasonable doubt that the defendant's decision to use deadly force by pulling that trigger, and because her intentional act of firing through that door caused the death of Ajika Owens, we're asking you to find the defendant guilty of manslaughter with a firearm.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my understanding you have reached a verdict in this case. Is that correct? Can you please hand the verdict to the bailiff, please?
Verdict as to count one. We, the jury, find as to count one of the charge. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that during the commission of the offense, the defendant personally used a firearm? Yes. So say we all, dated the 16th day of August, 2024.
Madam Clerk, please poll the jurors by number only.
Juror number 1, is this your verdict? Juror number 2, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 3, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 4, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 5, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 6, is this your verdict?
Ms. Lawrence, the jury has found you guilty of manslaughter with a firearm. You're going to be adjudicated guilty of that offense. You're going to be held in custody of the Marion County Jail without bond until that time, okay? Thank you and good luck to you.
The harm Susan had caused could never be undone. Yet Susan couldn't resist having the last word.
I'm making a statement so you understand my actions and my reasoning the night of the shooting. My medical disabilities. I've had 25 knee surgeries on my right knee. Ended up having multiple replacements, and then
Instead of showing remorse, she spent more than 10 minutes listing her ailments.
I've also had left with nerve damage to my lower legs and feet. I had bruised my lung, and I had gotten a ganglion cyst on my right wrist. The second fall was November 2022. I fell because I walked into a bathroom, the light was supposed to come on, and it never did. The 2019 accident also impacted my cervical spine and I was feeling my shoulders. I had horrible migraines, terrible neck pain, and I have some heart issues and high blood pressure. And there's a carpal tunnel in both hands and muscle loss and diminished gripping capabilities. The first time I encountered Miss Owens was February of 2022. I was about 7 weeks after the neck fusion, and she basically attacked me. And she threw the sign at me, and I thought, what is going on here?
There she was again, repeating the same story she told detectives, the same narrative her attorneys tried to sell. She just could not let it go.
Screaming at me, and she keeps coming closer and closer and closer. I'm backing up, and then she's trying to rip the cell phone out of my hands as I was watering my plants. And she's going, oh, there's a crazy old white lady. And I'm like, you can't just go around saying someone's crazy. I mean, it was insanity. I went to walk away, and she's following 1 foot behind me the whole time to my apartment till I slammed the door in the face.
Her anger was still palpable. It was never about what she had taken from the Owens family. It was about poor Susan.
Like I said, it's been a nightmare.
Even when she should be begging the court for mercy, she stooped to petty jabs at the very children whose mother she had killed.
Israel, I did speak to. He has been unbelievably rude. I have never talked to, I don't remember the kid's name, but Isaac was the other one. I have never spoken to him Isaac, and I actually love children.
With a chilling indifference and fake tears, her apology to the family was insulting. It was brief and still laced with victim blaming.
That said, I would like to make a statement to AJ's mom, children, and friends. It is with heavy heart and great remorse I write this letter to you. First and foremost, I am so sorry that I took AJ's life. I never intended to kill her. The night I shot that gun, I was confused as to why she was screaming and pounding on my door. I had an idea that Israel told her I had hit him. I could not understand why she was so angry. And she truly scared me. Now that I know he told her I hit him, I am just profoundly sad. Not only did a mother die, but a daughter and a sister. I think of your family's loss and know how hard it is to lose someone you love. Not being able to see that person, look at that person, or just talk to that person is such an empty feeling. I so wish I could go back and change things so that she was still here. I would trade my life so that she could be here if it were possible. I know that you have all suffered from her loss, and I have prayed for you and your family during this time so that you can, that God could help you. Nothing I can do will change the outcome. I can only tell you I have cried and I feel horrible for my actions. Please accept my humble and sincere apology for this tragedy.
Thank you.
Her hollow words fell on deaf ears.
Susan Lawrence is a prime example of how a person can be highly educated yet remain completely oblivious and lacking in empathy toward the lives of others.
Ms. Lawrence has had a hard life.
Susan's attorney argued that her lifelong trauma and chronic PTSD impaired her ability to fully grasp the criminal nature of her actions. She emphasized that Susan had no prior criminal record, had lived a productive life, and fired only a single shot, an act she described as unsophisticated and followed by remorse. She urged the judge to recognize Susan's remorse and sentence her to time served with probation so she could receive the mental health treatment she needed. The state countered that PTSD was not the cause of the shooting. Testimony showed that its main impact was on the defendant's ability to form close relationships, irrelevant to this case. Her most severe symptoms were decades ago, and records show only 2 brief attempts at treatment, with no sustained follow-through due to Susan's repeatedly quitting treatment, distrusting providers, and failing to remain consistent with any therapy.
By the end of the trial, the judge had seen and heard enough to stand firmly behind the jury's verdict.
I don't find there's evidence that the victim was the initiator, willing participant, aggressor, or provoker of the incident. I'm primarily looking at the harm inflicted upon not only the victim, who of course lost her life, but her family. She has 4 children, all of whom were present during the offense or somewhere in the general vicinity, or at least home. It certainly will have a traumatic impact on their lives for the rest of their lives. When I look at the nature of the offense, I find that the shooting was completely unnecessary in this case. Miss Lawrence was behind the door was locked. She had already called law enforcement. They were en route. She knew they were en route. She was in a relatively safe position. For some reason, she went into her room and found a gun. She could have stayed in the room and put another locked door between her and Miss Owens, but she came back out, put herself in front of the door, and at the time she fired the gun through the door, she was safe. She did so knowing a person was directly on the other side of the door. And she knew that person wasn't a burglar, she wasn't a robber, she wasn't a rapist. She knew she was probably upset about the interaction with the kids, but she had arguments with her before, and no real harm came other than, I guess, a sign was thrown at her, a paper sign. And that's when she decided to shoot. When I listened to every aspect of the trial and every aspect of sentencing here, the facts don't rise to a murder charge, but they are very aggravated manslaughter. Because this case, the shooting was based, I find, more on anger than fear. And I think that's pretty well established in this case. What I'm going to do in this case is she be adjudicated guilty of manslaughter with a firearm and order to serve 25 years in the Department of Corrections. With credit for 538 days. It's $100 cost of prosecution, $100 fine, court cost. Good luck to you, ma'am. You have 30 days to appeal.
The family of A.J. Owens filed a civil lawsuit against Susan Lawrence. As of this upload of this video, it is still pending in the court system. Owens' children are now being raised by her mother, who has fought tirelessly for her child's justice.
Now, Susan will spend the rest of her life in a far worse predicament than the one she fought so bitterly against before the shooting. Instead of children's voices outside her door, she will be surrounded by the constant, unrelenting noise of a women's prison.
I don't bug anybody. I'm a single woman. I work from home. I'm peaceful and quiet. I'm like the perfect neighbor. You barely ever see me.